Everything is ready. Okay, let's play third episode of the second season of the novel Psy by Romance Club. We will play today at least one episode. I think one, will be enough. Do I have any reverberation? Let's check. I can't, guys. I need to check. No reverberation. Nice. We can read. Members of the public assembly must meet the age and genetic criteria. One spark isn't enough to keep you warm, but it's enough to start a fire. Episode 3rd, Death to the Executioner. Warning, the episode contains intense gun violence. Lou walked into the waiting room. Hi. She's wearing this costume still, this skirt, but it's so strange because she's at work. Okay, Lou. Even, it's funny. Not so bad, it's funny. Lou looked around and nodded at Danielle's empty chair. Where is everyone? Kay meaningfully looked in the direction of the prior's office, then asked, Did Hector call you? Yep. Did he tell you where we are going? No. There is going to be a reception at a Consular Sardou's place. So the consul organizes get-togethers? No, this is an official event. Conflicts can escalate quickly between representatives from the secular and church authorities. As such, they try to avoid direct confrontation by showing each other goodwill when possible. That's why the receptions are hosted by someone privately. The church keeps up appearances and shows that it's not trying to take power away from the council, while the councilors act like they respect the United One and everyone mingles. Sort of. I've mentioned it before. Lou connected the dots. So we're going to a political blowout that a concealer, how should I say that, decided to throw. Yes. Consular Charlotte Sardou invited the prior. Ignoring her invitation would be disrespectful. Hector said I wouldn't like it. Do you know why? Kay stroked his chin. I've never been to Sardou's place before. I've only heard about her soirees, strange language, and usually the atmosphere there is very relaxed, frivolous. Frivolous? You mean unbridled, don't you? Kay nodded. Does Verity think I'm going to clutch my pearls and faint? Seriously, what's the problem? They're revealing outfits. Yeah, but Martin will be wearing his Inquisitor uniform and you will be in a jacket. And you will set the informal tone for us. Specifically, you will take the blow for everyone. My sympathies. Also, it's unlikely that you will like the people in attendance. Thought maybe Danielle will come along. Okay. Lou thought for a moment. Okay, there is something I wanted to ask, but try me. I'm not very good with subtle clues, and this is something, delicate. It's not related to the reception, but I think we should know. What happened? She lowered her voice. Can you ask someone, Barezzi maybe? Does the prior have health problems? Stone raised an eyebrow. Can you expand on that? No, sorry. Lou, you're making me nervous. Why are you asking, and why does it need to be asked delicately? He peered at her face. Did you learn something? Something you shouldn't have? Lou didn't try to lie. Not exactly, but I don't want you to get in trouble, just in case. The just in case is very reassuring. Look, you can feel people, you know how to relate to anyone, and you can recognize the truth when you hear it. You're an empath. Lou, I can only read emotions through touch. Come on, your guesses are very accurate. Empaths on guesses. They can be considered absolutely accurate. That take physical contact. Are you suggesting I touch Hector? Kay chuckled. Hello, skills. So, did you like it? I see. Footsteps came from the office, then Waze and Hector appeared. Oh, Reed. You're already here. Good. Hello. Monsieur Barezzi, Daniel. Hector, looking at Lou, spoke in a dry, business-like manner. Today's task will involve a certain level of discomfort. Kay gave me a general idea. Can you do it? Of course, Monsieur Barezzi. She played the horror, Slavic pagan on the one she enjoyed it. It's going to continue next stream with the episode, but was worried it would be sleazy. This novel is not the best of the best. I know, I played it. The final of this novel was just came up yesterday, 2 days ago. But yeah, you can try to play it. It's not bad. You can try to play, but it's not the best. It's not the best. If you want to play horror, you should try another novels. I will tell you after I will read that episode. Of course, Monsieur Barezzi. That's the whole purpose of the escort guard, to fit in where others can't. Great. I'm glad I wasn't wrong about you. The clothes are ready. You have 1 hour to prepare. The psionic went to her room, but slowed down when she heard Kay. Another reception. There will be lots of people, lots of food. I'd like to ask, is Monsieur Martin allergic to anything? Or does he have any other health problems? As his security, we need to know every little detail. Stone, I'd warn you if there was anything of that sort. The prior is perfectly healthy. He visits a doctor for regular checkups, gets vaccinated, and takes his vitamins, all top quality. Understood. Any deterioration in his well-being on suspicious reactions to food could indicate poisoning. No allergies or chronic illness. Excellent. Lou mentally thanked Kay and left the waiting room. She stood in front of the bed, looking at the dresses laid out across it. How to pronounce that? Yikis? I'm supposed to protect the prior wearing one of this? Yucks. Yike. She selected 3 preferences and chose the horror sci-fi. The only thing worse for the job would be hazmat suit and diving fins. It's so... Her quiet grumbling was interrupted by a knock on the door. Yes? Daniel came in and put a small box on the table. How are you? I'm trying to choose. Are you staying here for the night? No, I'm going with you. She nodded towards the table. I just stopped by to bring you this. I'm going to go get changed. Lou eyed the box skeptically. Will I need these for the reception? Without waiting for an answer, she opened the box. Fucking hell, jewelry? Don't worry, it's just costume jewelry. But it's very high quality, some of the best on the market. It's right for today's occasion. You can keep it afterward. A gift? Well, you can consider it a gift if you want, but don't sell it. It may come in handy later. Okay. Lou, I have to go. Come out when you're ready. It's very bad outfits here. We are here only for Jonas, guys, but... Okay. Very bad. Looking at herself in the mirror, Lou whispered. I look like... Not finding a suitable epithet, she... buys... Oh my god, herself with the hair instead. Beast? Okay. When will they give me a new haircut? A good haircut, guys. There is no good haircut in this game. I think that was from Busy. I understand, yeah. Finally, she completed the look with a jewelry. Lou glanced at Danielle, who was dressed differently from usual. The prior's secretary turned around, showing off her outfit. Would you care to comment? Terrible, to tell the truth. It reminds me of Terbitori's fashion. Well, maybe not all of it, but some aspects of it for sure. Terbitori? This was made by a prestigious shop and the material is expensive. Too expensive, apparently. They couldn't get enough of it. Lou looked at herself again. Why could they design something more comfortable? Why couldn't they design something more comfortable? At least with pockets. One would fit right here. Yes, pockets would be nice. The eternal problem remains finding an outfit with functional pockets. Lou, it's all a matter of environment. Once you are in like company, you will feel comfortable in this. Lou spoke in a mocking whisper. Company where I feel comfortable not wearing underwear? Underwear? Well. You didn't choose these clothes. If you had, you would have been the ones saying that the dresses were ready. Danielle chuckled as she listened to Lou's deductive reasoning. Hector broke the news. So, is this his taste? In reality, Lou wasn't that interested in the answer. She understood the need for such an outfit. Martin had plenty of guards in smart jackets, but Lou was feeling a little awkward in her clothes, and complaining was a good distraction. She continued, "Did the genius who designed this ever consider that clothes aren't just for standing still? It had been much easier to go naked. At least you had still have freedom of movement." The prior stepped into the waiting room. "Oh, hair. I like the hair, but anyway, he's not my type." I don't know, like, really, guys here, not very beautiful. No, it's his real hair. It's his real long hair. He have a long hair. Also, he have a piercing in his stomach. He's a very strange guy. But we will not see it. We will not sleep with him. Mademoiselle Reed, it sounds like you are enjoying the outfits I choose. Yes. Great. The man's loose hair emphasized the informal tone of the upcoming evening. By the way, the genius who designed that dress is one of the best in New Paris. And if I may add, you look charming. It's not overly revealing, but subtly sensual. Are you just trying to cheer me up, or do you really like it? Damn, what the hell is going on through my head? The prior smiled at Danielle. "Mademoiselle Weiss, you look beautiful." Kay walked up from the elevator. He looked the woman up and down, then said, "The car is ready." Consigliere? Should I say consigliere? Sardou's apartment was located naturally in the center. It surpassed even the cardinal's home in terms of luxury. The conversation of our resources at its finest. What was it expecting? Bastard. There were a lot of guests, just like at the previous event. The key difference was that at the last event, we had mostly seen priests and members of the Inquisition. This time, there were consigliers, members of the public assembly, and officials from various agencies, including the police. The crowd was only slightly diluted with a representative from the church. Skills is playing ARC riders. I can see. Okay. After assessing the situation, Lou concluded, "It's true. The people here are much more relaxed." Even Martin's attendance caused a stir. People were whispering, casting curious glances at the prior and the psionics accompanying him. Lou was struck by a feeling of déjà vu. Are those new guards or new lovers? I heard it's still later. What about his secretary? He got bored with her, I guess. Interesting. Monsieur, are you interested in Mademoiselle Weiss? She's from the church. Knowing the nature of your interest, I doubt that's a problem. You're quite right. The prior was once again the center of attention, and the psionics kept at respectable distance. Will I ever get used to this? Will this ever become a bland routine? She frowned and straightened up. A routine? No, never. And inattention is the worst mistake security can make. A waiter appeared next to Lou. "Wine, mademoiselle?" Remembering she needed to smile, she abruptly changed her expression with bewildered the waiter. "No thanks, I'm on duty." "As you wish." "Hey Maram, bring me something light, like a chilled Riesling." "Just a minute, please." Lou turned to the man that had approached. "Boniface Crofton, member of the Public Assembly." She gave the waiter a slightly sympathetic look. Serving the likes of Crofton, fuck that. Through, I'm sure these waiters are brought in probably from some restaurant. They must get good money from these events. Lorette, if I'm not mistaken. "You are not, monsieur." Do you know everyone here?" "Yes, however, it's not as difficult as it might seem. I have known all the guests for a long time, including Monsieur Stone. And when I saw your unfamiliar face for the first time, of course I asked for the identify of this seductive stranger." "Excuse me, where are you looking?" He smiled sweetly, lowering his voice. "Well, you're a seductive both generally and in more specific areas." Lou smiled back, her jaw tense as she said, "Keep your eyes off cleavage and stay away from me all evening, deal?" The member of the Public Assembly looked into her eyes. "Or what?" He defiantly stared at her breasts again. Lou sighed. "Shit, I'm on duty. Danielle warned me that the guest might provoke me. Or you won't like that happens next." "Your wine." Finally. Boniface Crofton took one of the 2 glasses from the tray and handed it to her. "Please." Trying not to clench her fist around the glass so hard that it shattered, Lou thanked him with a restrained nod. A wonderful evening. Everyone from high society is gathered in one place. There aren't any random guests here. "You're absolutely right." "Yes, Mirai lips." Everyone is having a good time relaxing, and then there's a scandal. A juicy one, full of accusations, screaming, and colorful swearing. I suppose it would interest everyone, even amuse them. The question is, do we want to be tonight's entertainment? The member of the assembly looked puzzled and asked, "And there is no way around it?" Not holding back her disgust, Lou shook her head with faint regret. "Nope, no other way." The waiter, who had been standing nearby throughout this exchange, timidly said, "Monsieur, do you want anything else?" Boniface angrily barked at him, "Go away." "Well, at least now you will look me in the eye and won't be so rude. Oh, and please smile, or the other guests will think that I've offended you." "You're being ridiculous, mademoiselle." The guests around them were busy exchanging rumors and gossip. To their right, someone remarked, "She's something else. Better not mess with her. She will bite." "Just wait till she runs into someone tougher to crack." Having finished a conversation, Martin moved further along. Lou gave Crofton a nod. "Please excuse me." And with that, she followed the prior. Kay, according to protocol, sometimes remained further behind, then came closer, switching places with Lou. Lingering in place once again, Lou heard voices from behind a column. "You shouldn't listen to the lobby's arguments. The city has grown restless. Some help from the AC can't hurt." as long as we remain united on our points of view. So that's another reason for our attendance. Political decisions are made not only in meeting rooms, but also at parties like this. A familiar name caught her attention. Lou took a couple of steps to the side, turning towards the conversation of a different group of gossipers. Did Evil Ash get the new security? Yes, the man is Case Stone. He used to guard some less important people, though all high society. But then he disappeared for a while. He was mild-mannered, courteous, and always knew his place. He's an empath. It seems like he had a conflict with his heart or warts, I'm not sure. He's cute and a professional, I'd take it, but what about her? Lou Reed, no one knows who she is or where she came from. My brother found out that she was only recently accepted into the corps. That's all? Someone from nowhere. And she was immediately promoted to the prior security team? That's unusual. By the way, mademoiselle, why did you call him Evil Ash? Where does this nickname came from? Lou was curious too, but Martin was moving on. Out of the corner of her eye, Lou noticed a woman in her 60s who was already visibly drunk. She was shutting up Stone and holding him by the hand. Making eyes at him, she tried to stroke the Psy tattoo on his wrist. The empath delicately pulled away and approached Lou. What a flirt. Good friend of yours? Kay grimaced, shaking his hand, and as if something had gotten on it. Should I find you some hand sanitizer? For her emotions. It won't help. Oh, I see. You can really feel it. Well, it could get the germs off at least. Interesting. How is it like to feel someone's emotions? Empath. Okay. Like really empath. It's interesting. Kay thought about it for a moment. I'm okay, thank you. How are you holding up? Everything is fine. It reminds me of my first visit to the yard at the boarding facility. Only there they want to beat me up. And here, they aren't all that interested in a specific target so much as the satisfaction of asserting their power over others. It's a primitive way of expressing dominance. Either punch someone in the face or work it out in bed. In short, it's just like everywhere else. Seems that you found some common language with Karaftan. Barely. Is that bad? Is he influential? Her partner smiled. Important questions. But the answer is no. He likes to provoke others, but he always avoids conflict. Or, in any case, that's how he's acted in the past. Great. Back to work. They walked in opposite directions to maintain a better view of the prior. Mademoiselle? A woman who had recently spoken with the prior extended her hand to Lou. Charlotte Sardou, and you must be Reed. Yes, I'm glad to finally meet you, Consuelo. Lou shook her hand. Oh, the feeling is mutual. It's very interesting to chat with the new faces that accompany to Eva Martin. If you don't mind, of course. Lou put on a polite, professional smile. You'll have to excuse me, I'm on duty. It would be my pleasure. Doubtlessly. Judging by how awkward you seem in that dress, you're not used to high society. I suppose luxury and sophistication are new to you. Am I mistaken? If only I could grab her by the hair and smash her head into the luxurious table and all its gourmand dishes. That's right, the question was rhetorical, no need to answer it. Tell me, what are your psi abilities and at what stage? That is classified information. How long have you been in Assistance Corps? Okay, well, what do you think of the food? Delicious, and it all looks beautiful. I always choose the best for my guests. Lou was saved from further questions by the appearance of the Joncieurs. Greetings, Consuela. Mademoiselle Sardou. Oh, Letizia, Mark, hello. I'm happy you took the time to visit me. Mark, when will they catch everyone who poses a threat to genetic security? Unfortunately, there is still a lot of work to be done. Letizia, that's a wonderful dress. Not as wonderful as yours. Are you both for real right now? The Inquisitor and his wife distracted Charlotte, drawing away her attention. Thank you very much. Lou, taking advantage of the opportunity, moved closer to Martin. Letizia Joncieux coldly followed the psionic with her gaze. Mark, we were all outraged by the flagrant assassination attempt on the prior. The increased security is understandable. However, psionics, does the Inquisition really need such a demonstration of loyalty? Consular. On the other hand, I suppose their primary task is to act as a shield for the prior, should there be an attack. It would be wasteful to risk valuable personnel like that, so I suppose psionics are well suited for the job. Joncieux stopped smiling. Psionics are an integral part of society, and the Church is always glad to welcome them with open arms. They will always find protection and support in the Church. Many exceptional employees among us are psionics. We are united. However, your understanding of our need to increase security, considering the egregious circumstances, is commendable. Is he also hinting at increasing the Church's control? Is he trying to lead the conversation there? Charlotte hesitated, but continued after a moment. Letizia, how are your watercolors? They are getting better, I'm learning. Lou caught her partner's eyes. Stone winked cheerfully. Eva continued to talk with the guests. The revelation is one of the most important holidays. You were at the service, monsieur, and you heard the vicar preach, didn't you? I can't say it better than he did. Spiritual guidance is not my strong suit. Louis sincerely sympathized with Martin. How boring. Well, on the whole, it's not as bad as it could be. Suddenly, a man who had obviously drunk one too many stretched towards her. Lou reflexively recoiled, dodging the canopies that flew from his plate. Unused to her heels, one of her feet slipped off on the glassy floor. Motherfucker! In an attempt to regain her balance, she involuntarily swung her arm, grabbing the nearest person. It turned out to be a woman wearing a dress as scant as Lou's. Shit! Realizing that she went at risk of ripping off the stranger's clothes, the psionic immediately let go. Her other foot slipped as her ankle turned at the angle. She crashed painfully to the floor. The interior sent her rolling under a table. She immediately got up, or more precisely, she tried to. Wham! She hit the back of her head against the table with a dull thud. Crap, bitch, damn! Someone giggled. Lou, slightly flustered, extracted herself from beneath the table, backing away on all fours. Then she heard Kay. Watch out! But it was too late. The tablecloths caught off the buckle of one of her ill-fated shoes, pulling it along. Plates and cutlery tumbled off the table, ringing and tinkling against the floor. Lou rose, hissing under her breath. Is this really happening? Laughter erupted from several directions. A hand appeared next to Lou. Oh, shame. Mademoiselle Reed, will you allow me to help you up? Gripping the prior's palm, Lou stood and shakily straightened up. Shit! This is unfucking believable. Everyone present was staring at her. Only 3 faces were sympathetic. Are you okay? The gazes of most of the guests expressed either derision or disdain. Yes, thanks. I thought I'd make the evening more interesting. Martin smiled sympathetically, kitty. I can't recall ever seeing such an embarrassing misstep. Oh yes, it's a disgrace non-parallel. The grinning woman was interrupted by a familiar voice. Is it, mademoiselle? What about your husband's sudden promotion? Are his career and fidelity as closely intertwined as you and his boss were last winter during your vacation together? Unexpectedly standing up for Lou, Letitia calmly handed her a napkin. Here. Whispering so that only Lou could hear, she added, try not to humiliate the prior and the entire church with your awkwardness. Lou wiped her hands. Mademoiselle Sardou, the floor is terribly slippery, don't you think? Yes, somewhere overdid the polishing. I don't think it's worthy of any further attention. Absolutely, you are right. Under the woman's harsh gaze, the guests began to disperse around the hall. Lou glanced at the prior. That was awkward. Then she turned to Charlotte. Please forgive me for the plates. Nonsense, never mind that, dear. What matters is that you don't feel disheartened by your initiative. She smiled sweetly at Martin. Prior? Consuelo? I'll leave you to it. As she left, she spoke to the waiters. This should have been cleaned up by now. This should have been cleaned by now. Move. As Daniel approached, Lou quietly apologized to Martin. Sorry. There is absolutely nothing to apologize for. Do you have any cuts? No. If you need to clean up, I'm sure Monsieur Stone and I can manage for a while. West looked off towards a corridor. Down that hallway and to the left. When Lou came back from the restroom, Kay said softly, in a week everyone will forget about it. Sure. A month tops, or 6 months for sure. Cool, 6 months, that's nothing. Oh, come on, don't tell me you care what others think. It was a shit show, don't you think? A great show of my dexterity. I don't care what anybody thinks of me as long as they don't share those thoughts with me. Would Baretti fire me? Will Baretti fire me for being so graceful? No, it's all just a minor annoyance. The tablecloth and cutlery on the table had already been replaced. Yes. The guests stared at Lou for some time, not bothering to hide their wry smiles. But gradually, discussions about the debacle shifted to other topics and more inhibited behavior. People kissed in the corners, heated by alcohol, and slid their hands under each other's clothes more openly. For some, this wasn't enough. In pairs or in small groups, guests left the hall. Lou had no doubts about their intentions. Do you remember the reactor? Just imagine a get-together with those folks. That might be a thermonuclear mix. I wonder who had teach who. Kay stopped in the middle of his sentence, abruptly turning his head to the side. His expression became intense and sharp. Stone's eyes closed for a moment. He opened them and unholstered his gun. Get to the prior! A moment later, bang! The impact shot a waiter in the head. The bullet traveled through his skull. Blood spattered on the guests. The waiter was flung back onto the table, knocking glasses and cutlery to the floor again, along with a small, short-barreled machine gun which had been hidden somewhere under the waiter's clothes. Lou rushed to Martin. A scream rang in her ears. Kay fired again, and then the hall began to roar. Ratatata, 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 ratatata. The prior dived, rolling for cover behind a column. Lou crouched down next to him, keeping her head low. Shrapnel and debris flew from the column. Shattered glass was scattered all around. Не знаю. Я так и делаю. Someone was firing in bursts. Lou didn't dare lean out to check what was going on. Ratatata, ratatata. Bang! Stone ultimatum fired back. The machine gun fell silent. Lou took a quick look around. Some of the guests were frozen in shock, standing still. Others dove under the tables as Lou had so recently done. A few lay on the floor. They had gotten caught in the crossfire. The target of the attack was clearly Eva Martin. The column that served as his shelter was riddled all over. Wes and Sardu had taken cover in a far corner. A second waiter lay next to the first one. The machine gun, clutched in his dead hands, had a blinking combat indicator light. Time slowed down. Lou could feel every heartbeat. Kay, retreating towards Lou and the prior, slowly swept the pistol from side to side. Then he said curtly, "To the back door, quickly!" A group of people flashed by, running down a side corridor out of Kay's line of sight. They were all dressed as waiters. On the other side of the room, the main security team appeared. A triangle of sorts had formed with many guests in the middle. To cover the prior, the empath would have to shoot blindly. Everyone froze for a moment. One of Baretti's men spoke loudly. "Surrender now! You can't escape! Those who surrender their weapons will face a fair trial." The same waiters who had recently brought Lou wine leaned out, holding up a machine gun. "Death to the Executioner Martin! On your left! Ratatata, ratatata, ratatata. A short burst rang out. Drawing line, the prior rushed to another column. Then he ran to the next one. Lou realized what he was doing. He's trying to direct the fire away from Sardo's guests. Throwing off her impractical shoes, Lou rushed after him. There was a terrible rattle of gunfire as she made a dash for the hole. Martin didn't have enough time to take cover. She pushed him behind another column, losing a little speed. A flash of pain, a bullet grazed her shoulder. Her fear turned into a rage, just as it had when she was a young girl and her ciphers manifested. And it also turned into strength. Damn it. We are using Victor. Use Vector. The massive chandelier flickered and plunged down from the ceiling. Two vectors implanted onto the shutters, scattering fragments of glass. Someone's machine gun rang out. Ratatata, 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 ratatata. The round of fire struck the ceiling, bursting through the dust. The main security team immediately fired target shots. Hector's men took advantage of the opening and rushed the attackers. Lou and Martin pressed themselves against the column. The prior tore a strip of fabric from tablecloth dyed nearby. Moving deftly, he quickly bandaged Lou's wound and whispered, "Now we wait." Kay's reflection appeared in the ice bucket. Stone stepped quietly over a fallen chair, picked up a salad bowl, and hurled it to the side. The unfortunate metal bowl was riddled with bullet holes. The ultimatum fired next. Kay's shot rang true. A waiter, or rather someone pretending to be one, fell. The guards crept closer, no longer worrying about collateral damage. Another round. Lou shouted. Here, in high school, among counselors and members of the assembly, her thoughts would have been voiced in a sentence such as, "Kay, retreat with Monsieur Prior, and I'll cover you." Intermediary, everything would have sounded stouter and harsher, but even there, the language would have been very colorful. Her wounds were drowned out by cries of pain, screams of fear, and the roar of weapons. Kay, grab Martin and ratatata, ratatata, from here to ratatata, cover. Her partner trusted her and did as she said. Bending down and shielding the prior with his body, he led him away. They needed a safe path. Lou gritted her teeth. The decorative room partition flew right past her. It stopped without falling 5 paces away. A table followed. Through a veil of red, Lou saw a barricade formed of peeled-up furniture, securely protecting Stone and Martin as they left the hall. Strands of spaghetti, or really spaghetti, swayed on a table leg that stuck out of the pile. There was a piercing scream. A neutralized attacker or one of the guests, there were sobs. And blood flooded Lou's eyes, darkening everything before them. No, Jonas, Andres. Lou sat in the room assigned to them. The wound on her shoulder had already been treated and the bleeding had stopped, but it seemed futile to wipe her eyes. As soon as she threw yet another red-stained tissue on the floor, her cheeks were wet and red again. Despite the fragments and shards of plates and glass, her feet had remained miraculously unscathed. Swearing under her breath, she wiped away a warm tear. Where do they get waiters like that? Damn, that hurts. He handed her a new pack of tissues. Lou reached out to take it, and then the last threads holding her dress together treacherously tore apart. Lou didn't even remember when and how her dress had gotten torn into the first place. Oh shit. She tried to cover her nearly exposed breasts. The prior, who was sitting close to her, took off his uniform's tunic and carefully threw it over Lou's shoulders, trying not to touch her wound. He's such a gentleman. Martin's clothes had a woody, slightly sweet aroma. Thank you. I should be thanking you. Can you see? I think. As long as my eyes don't get flooded. Damn it. There they go again. So, nothing critical. The doctor will be here soon. Another tissue was added to the pile, growing steadily underfoot. It's okay. I'm sorry. I mean, everything is fine. Voices and commotion were heard from the other side of the doors. The rest of the prior's guard and consular Charlotte Sardou were bustling about there. Someone knocked at the door. Stone opened it, letting Daniel in. There wasn't a single scratch on the secretary of the head of the Inquisition. One of the attackers is in critical condition, unconscious. The rest are dead. There is one dead among the guests. 2 others were seriously injured. One of them is the deputy chief of police, but they will both make it. A dozen more have bruises and abrasions, and Assembly member Boniface Crofton has a concussion. Окей, Морис, это будет у нас... Короче, ты понял? Вот это ты понял. Орел и решка. Решка. Reed's doctor will be here any minute. Use a healer if necessary. Understood. Monsieur Martin, Sardou wants to see you. The prior didn't react to that in any way. How is Morg? He's working. He ordered the guards to seal the doors and forbade anyone from leaving the premises. He intends to conduct initial interrogations here, and he called for reinforcements. The socialites are angry, but so far they are tolerating it. Of course they are. It's not like they have a choice. He got up, asking in a detached way, "A ribbon, please." Danielle took out a comb and thin string of ribbon from her bag. With habitual movement, Martin tied his hair into a ponytail. Danielle, I saw an empty office down the hall. Invite Sardou there and tell Mark to come in here. A minute later, Jean Sieur was in the room. Mark, this case is yours. Predatory joy flashed in the Inquisitor's eyes. Yes, sir. I'll expect your first report in the morning. How did the criminals get the weapons parts, Sardou's guards? Who knew the guest list? Where is the stuff from? We will find the culprits. How's your wife? She's okay. She's just very scared. As soon as the door closed behind the 2 Inquisition members, a voice was heard rushing to speak to them. I swear I had nothing to do with the assassination attempt on your life, Prior. You know I would never. I don't understand how this could happen. Interrogate whomever you need to. For as long as it takes, I'll resolve any issues with the rest of the consilers. The Inquisition can count on my full support in this matter. I definitely don't want to be suspected of being involved. Calmly, in a completely detached voice, the Prior said. I don't doubt it. Is that all? Now, can we go to the office and not involve passerby in the matter at hand? Sardu's voice carried a clear note of fear.
Я хочу на эту тусовку.
Yes, of course, as you say. The doctor who arrived assured Lou that she hadn't received any critical injuries. After the check-up, there was no need for hospitalization or intervention of a healer. However, the Prior didn't allow Lou to go home, wanting to personally make sure that she was fine. The blood finally stopped flowing from her eyes. Lou was sitting on the couch, wrapped in the blanket Daniel had brought her. A torn dress, the boss's office, hot herbal tea. In any other circumstance, this would be awkward, but not now.
Yes, but I have vibes like this. Poor girl.
The anesthetic injected into her shoulder left her mind slightly foggy. The wound ceased to throb with dull pain. Her adrenaline rush had subsided, replaced by chills and a sense of fatigue. Kay wasn't with her. Hector was questioning him. The psionic slipped her hot drink while staring straight ahead. I almost died today. The doctor said you should strain your eyes for the next 24 hours. And you almost died. Ivo sat in an armchair. He left some medicines for you and wrote down when and how to take them. They will speed up the healing process and relieve the overall strain of using telekinesis. Yes, that's fine by me. He's a good specialist. Don't ignore his advice. He added softly. I beg you. Of course, I can't be left alone for too long. Who knows what trouble you'll get into? A simple, down-to-earth smile appeared on Martin's face, as if he wasn't second in command of the Church of the United One. Get some rest. Someone will take you home later, or you can stay here in the Inquisition building. No, I'm not used to my room here yet. Wait, what about my motorcycle? The Prior shook his head. I'll arrange for it to be delivered too. She yawned. Okay. You are compassionate. The Prior chuckled. Flirting a little bit, yes. The anesthetic are sure doing their job. Maybe, but I mean, you're sitting here with me. First of all, you risk your life shouting me. That's my job. I get paid to do that. Second of all, technically speaking, you're sitting with me in my office. I'm hardly going to leave. Damn, you're right. Lou Reed. Thank you for being there. That bully was meant for me. So what are you saying is it was worth hiring me? Definitely. The tears have stopped. I think I'm getting better. Then I'll arrange for the car. Lou closed her eyes. That was quite a party. The burning under her eyelids didn't disappear, but it felt a little better. Kay took her home. Pressing her forehead against the cold window, Lou watched as the center gradually turned into termitory. It shrunk, becoming mottled and losing its luster. "How are you?" Lou suddenly gave him a thumbs up. Her phone started to vibrate and she took it out of her bag. "I need to take this." "Of course." Stone didn't ask, but Lou, after finishing a short conversation, explained. "The news has already been broadcast on TV. They're saying something like, an incident took place at the reception that the prior and other high-ranking officials attended. My friends are worried. One of them says he will come over to see what my idea of all right looks like." It is Jonas. Jonas. He walked in, casually shaking hands with Stone. "Okay." Jonas. There was anxiety and concern in his eyes. Hey. Jonas looked at her shoulder. Lou didn't have time to explain anything. He didn't ask questions. The healer's palm rested on the bandage wound. Lou's heart was pounding as if she had been seized by euphoria, and her thoughts became cloudy and confused. Then a wave of almost unbearable heat swept through her body. Lou took a deep breath. When she exhaled, she realized that she no longer felt pain in her shoulder or in her eyes. Her friend's sleeve darkened as blood seeped through it. Jonas made it. We don't have any. We are healed, guys, so fast because of Jonas. Kay smiled and silently went to the bathroom. A moment later, he brought out 2 towels. One, he just turns up out of nothing again and saves the day. Yes. One was for Lou, who was sweating, and the other was for the healer. "I'll get you a first aid kit." "Jonas, are you okay?" "Yes, there was a deep scratch and a tear, but I didn't take too much." Bandaging his arm, Lou grumbled. "If it was just a scratch, it wouldn't heal it on its own. Why did you treat it?" "Because gunshot always leaves scars. It had been noticeable and ugly. You shouldn't have to deal with that kind of stuff. I have got a fucking collection already anyway." "Okay, thank you, Jonas." Pursing her lips in displeasure, she countered. "Not too much, huh? I see how not too much you took on. Wow, the bleeding won't stop." "Hi, welcome." "Just bandage it tighter, Lou, and it will stop." Lou looked into the eyes of someone who, at times, has been very difficult to deal with. The person who always helped when she needed him. He never he never showed pity, but he knew how to help, like no one else. Lou hugged Jonas. Her voice was full of gratitude and sympathy. "Thank you." "You're welcome." You know, don't you? He's not my type, but I can. He is so amazing. I can't, guys. He is not my type, really. How he looks like, but how he acts. The fact that he is so like cold. My goodness, you are very beautiful. I hope you don't mind me saying that. Oh, thank you. No, it's okay. Thank you. Welcome. I don't like your job. Luke couldn't help but smile. I know. They gave me a lot of groceries and the prior's doctors prescribed some medicine. Jonas looked into the bags and picked up 2 small boxes, turning them over in his hands. Whoa, this is a serious stuff. Excellent and safe. There is no urgent need for them now, but it will definitely help you to take them for a couple of days. And they have chosen good food for you. You take it. Between both of us, who needs it more now? Don't ever think about turning it down. Is that clear? Don't order me around. You annoy me sometimes. And you think you're always such an inspiration? There is enough in there for both of you. Lou, you should get some rest anyway. No one is expecting you at work today or tomorrow. I'll get going.
Yes, go! I need to be with Jonas.
If there is anything you need, I'm one phone call you. Yes, thanks for dropping me off. Don't mention it. Stone turned to the healer. I have a car downstairs. Do you want a lift? Lou, maybe I should stay.
Stay! Yes, finally! Every episode we have Jonas. Every episode. Thanks God. Thanks God of Romance Club. Every episode we have Jonas. Finally. Yes, goodbye then. Have a nice kiss. Did this choice affected your relationship with Jonas?
Closing the door behind Kay, Lou turned off the camera and took out 2 cigarettes from a pack.
Lighting both of them, she handed one to Jonas.
Yes. He silently took it, walked around the room and opened the window.
Oh my god, what is going on with my nose?
Come on, spit it out. What? Well, whatever you want to say about what happened. Don't bottle it all up. I shielded the head of the Inquisition. Not now yell at me if you have to. Jonas spoke calmly. Who needs that? I don't. And I won't ask you why you keep bringing this up. Let's write it off as an accident. You healed an AC employee. So what? Lou, I don't like it when you, knowing that I'm a healer and that I won't question you why you need my help, get me involved in murders, even if it was work related. We won't debate lesser and greater evils now. I had enough of that during puberty. I despise a system that suggests that such measures are necessary. That's not debatable. I know what life is all about. Every fucking day I see how hard it is to make these decisions. But lethal weapons and executions are not necessary. No healer, hell, no human can resurrect the dead, but anyone can kill. That's irreversible. Here is a banality. If you want to change something, start with yourself. It's that simple. It's that simple. Do you want to think? Do you want to fight? Are you ready to shoulder the consequences? Then do it. But don't set me up like this again, please. If you decide to take risks, take them. Do what you will. I will always heal you.
And I don't care whose ass you saved. Thank you, Jonas. Thank you.
If it's the priors, even better. You will receive a bonus and promotion. Is this all clear, or shall we go over it again? Lou smiled. Go to hell. And then she confessed. Now, I've got a camera and wiretap here. Jonas shook his head. Oh, I turn it off when you come over. Great, I'll tell the rest. Okay? Uh-huh. Jonas put out his cigarette, approached Lou, and took her hands. She looked at him, confused. You're cold. He grabbed her wrist. Your pulse is quickening again. Well, you lost blood. There is nothing I can do about that. You shouldn't have smoked. Lou wasn't sure the blood loss was responsible for her racing heart. At least it wasn't just that. The healer didn't let go of her hand, and she didn't pull it away. Their eyes met. Jonas's lips parted slightly, and he took a slow, deep breath. A lock of her hair brushed his cheekbone. He swallowed. Lou saw his gaze drop.
He's looking at my lips, damn!
The healer released her wrist. Lou narrowed her eyes, thoughtfully refusing to pretend that this situation was normal. Jonas shook his head and spoke. Fine. Okay, let's unpack the groceries and I will whip something up for us. It's a shame to throw vegetables like this into your kitchen block. That's all? Everything seemed familiar. It wasn't the first time that Jonas had cooked at her place, but something had clearly changed. Jonas didn't stay long. He could have stayed at Lou's, but for some reason he decided to go home anyway. Because if he will stay, it's already impossible to say no. Lou had already guessed why, though. And the next evening, Lou, feeling completely recovered, received another package. It's a slow burn, but anyway, it's cool. It's cool, slow burn, yeah? Jonas is amazing. We will wait for him. We will wait. This time, there was a return address. It was from the Inquisition. A note inside read, "Get well soon. Martin?" Lou opened the package and found a flash drive with a player function and headphones. She turned it on. There were several songs in its memory. An incredibly beautiful melody began to play with exceptional clarity. Lou lay down. Of course. Yeah, it was him. He will not say that here because we will not build a relationship with him. If we will start making relationships, he will say that. But not this time. While Lou was resting at home, Kay was on duty alone. She worried that he might have some domestic or personal issues pulling up at home. Can you please fix the camera? So when she got back to work, Lou insisted that Stone take the day off. It was nice to be back at work. Daniel had gone to the assistant corps for some business or other, so the waiting room was quiet. Lou was sitting and staring at her phone when a dull, heavy sound came from the Prior's a room behind closed doors. Something had fallen. Martin? Ready. Good.